feel like you're supposed to have it all together, but inside you're wondering how everyone else makes it look so easy? You're not alone. This is Southern Sisters, a place for women who want to grow without the guilt, find purpose in the messy middle, and be reminded that you were made for more. Make sure you stick around. We always save the bloopers for the end. Welcome to our episode of Southern Sisters. We're so glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, guys, we are so excited to be back in the studio with at least three of us. We miss Lindsay. All right. So today we are talking about less chaos, more calm. So our word for the month of May is simplify. And we just feel like, what is it called? Maycember. People call May the December of the spring. And if you're there and you're in the thick of it right now, this episode will come out the week after Mother's Day. So right before the last of the last stuff going on and the field days and everything's going down. Hang in there. It's going to be okay. But we thought we could help talk about simplicity, simpler days, simpler times. Okay, so if you have not signed up for our newsletter, you can go to thesouthernsisterhood.com. It's going to have a lot of really great stuff there. We have tips for the upcoming episodes, hints, what's going on. You're going to want to sign up because this summer we'll probably still send it out every month on the first like normal, but it'll give you a glimpse into what we're working on for season 3. I have it as my goal to create some kind of merch and have a shop, and you will know about it first from that newsletter, which will be wearing the t-shirts in every video. Every video. We will now have a uniform, and it will be amazing.
If you got any quote suggestions, send them now.
Yep. So I think that'll be great. Our giveaway for the newsletter for May is just a printable that you can keep wherever you will see it often, to just remind you of simplifying, keeping it simple. And with like kind of trending right now, the 90s summer seems to be like a thing. Mm-hmm. So everyone's talking about living in the 90s. And so the printable for May is a 90s summer and what that will look like, that you can just print off and have in your spaces, which looks like barefoot in the backyard more than inside, popsicles dripping down little hands, sprinklers instead of schedules, long evenings that don't feel rushed, bike rides until the streetlights come on, boredom that turns into imagination, simple meals around the table, less screens, more presence, saying yes to small moments, letting the house be a little messy, laughing louder, worrying less, and letting kids just be kids and joining it a little on your way. So I think this will be great. You're going to want the newsletter too. For June 1st, what we're doing is we are giving out a printable for the chore store, which my really good friend Soraya told me about last year. My kids loved it. It was a great way that they could earn perks, and I had a little mom shop that they could get stuff from. But mostly it was extra bedtime or date night with mom and dad, and like they earn points.
I love that. Through
the store. And so we're going to have a printable for that. And I think July is going to be like easy summer meals. There's going to be like our top 10 things. Favorites. So you don't have to think about it. And we'll just send a printable for that as well. So we just have something every month. And that's what I'm thinking will be really good and easy. So sign up at thesouthernsisterhood.com. Get on the list. It'll be great. Okay.
And don't forget, there's a giveaway.
That's over.
Oh, did somebody win?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yes, somebody won.
Five somebodies.
But at this point, I don't know who that is.
Sorry, my bad.
You'll know soon.
We're going to draw it on May 1st, and that will have already happened, but
awesome.
Not yet.
Okay.
So it's super exciting. Okay. We are going to do our sister segment, and then we will work into our icebreaker question after that. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Evie, it's been a bit. Pop culture. What's been going on?
I feel like there's just been a lot in pop culture, but like honestly, nothing worth talking about.
Right.
But so this is fresh. By the time this episode comes out, it'll be like a couple of weeks after this was announced, but that's okay. We're still going to talk about it. So Hulu, I believe this is like their second or third year that they do this event, but it's called Hulu Gets Real, and it's where they announce new shows that they're coming out with, And so yesterday they announced that they are doing a spinoff of one of their shows that they do. And it's The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Orange County. And so
Cool.
when I looked into who all was going to be in the cast, I believe that more than half of these women have never been, members of our church. They have nothing to do with our church. It's just really odd to me that they still want to stick with that title. But I came across this creator who actually lives in the Memphis area.
What?
And she shared her thoughts about what she thought about the show. And she had some pretty valid points. One of her points was the name of the show. She said, why can't we just call it Orange County Wives?
Yeah.
Or even Secret Lives of Orange County Wives. Another point that she shared is another point that she shared was, what is the intention, behind keeping Mormon in the title? That she feels like, the word Mormon has just become like this trendy thing that people are using to just get attention for themselves. But I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts on it?
Well, how did it feel whenever you saw that? You said you were like super mad, like super angry.
I was really angry. As far as like behind the intention, I just feel like, what is the vendetta that Hulu, Disney, ABC has against our religion is what it feels like. It feels like there's a vendetta against our religion, honestly. And also, like, I knew a few of the people that were announced, like, because some of them are influencers. Some of the women I didn't know, but then I saw another video that kind of like explained their like how they came to be influencers, like controversial things about them.
I feel like it's gotten more and more trendy and popular, the word Mormon.
Yeah.
And it's more recognized. And I feel like they've been making fun of it in shows for years. And like they even said stuff on Stranger Things. They've said stuff on, like, Will Ferrell has said random stuff in movies, like
Right.
I've heard things everywhere. I think there was a South Park, I think, did like some crazy thing that was really controversial a while ago. But like I think it's really interesting that our prophet a couple years ago was just really, really intentional about us changing how we represent ourselves, that we're not going to be known as Mormons. We don't say we're Mormons anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like right before all this crazy stuff started happening with the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, you know?
Right.
So it's like, we're members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We represent, disciples of Christ. It's not about Mormon, not about being, a Mormon. That's just a nickname people gave us, and now all this Mormon stuff's coming out. Like, I can kind of dissociate with it in a way because I'm like, this isn't who we are.
Right.
Like we have intentionally said, this isn't our name. You know? So it's like, this isn't me. But I just think that it's just another way to, it just is crazy to me because I know we've said this before, if it was any other religion, if it was like the Catholic religion or
Right.
if it was like
It would not
Baptist,
be okay.
like if it was any other religion, Muslim, like any Jewish, like if it was any other religion, it would not be happening like this.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just crazy to me.
Yeah. And also, like, I also feel like I don't understand why people that aren't the best representation of a human being in general
Period.
keep getting a platform.
Yeah. Because people just like to watch. It's like going to the zoo.
Everybody wants to see a train wreck.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like going to the zoo.
It's, you
Just
take
wanna
a
watch.
ticket for it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's just interesting.
You
Yeah.
can't stop watching.
Well, and I saw somebody else talk about how these types of reality shows, they just break up families, end up breaking up families.
Oh, that's so hard.
like, just
That's
be
the
very
residual
careful.
fallout that you just don't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for people on the outside, it's entertainment, but there are real life children and, spouses that,
Lives are affected.
yes.
It's so hard.
I I don't know. I try to stay away from reality TV in general because it just seems so crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. It kind of hurts. It's kind of cringy for me. Like, I'm like, it's just like, just watching people fight and argue. Like, I get that enough, like, with my kids.
Yeah. Well,
my life is a reality TV show. I don't need to watch it. Like, let's just watch something peaceful so I can escape into some peace.
Yes.
Full disclosure, I probably haven't watched reality TV since Big Brother when it was hype. Like,
wow.
that is,
Yeah.
I'm like, I just don't. I don't need
I'm
to see
more
that.
like a show person. I don't really watch
Yeah.
reality TV.
Well, that's good because
I mean,
you
Survivor,
know how
does
it
that
affects
count?
you.
Survivor?
Yeah, it's the OG. What are they like on season
good.
30?
No, 50, Megan. It is the 50th
Yes,
season,
I saw that.
and
Yeah.
it's all the people that have been on before. They pulled
The
it
favorites?
from all the favorite people,
Oh,
and they
gosh.
said it's called In the Hands of the Fans, and they are making it so that the fans are deciding the fate of the players.
We should do that.
The podcast. This is in
Season
the hands
3.
of the fans. This episode is in the hands of the fans. Which Megan should do a little jig. We'll have a little thing where we draw out names. We'll draw out things they say we should do during our podcast episode.
Oh my gosh, that would be a nightmare.
Be crazy. Sorry.
That would be crazy.
In honor of Survivor 50. No, I've never actually, I feel really bad because I've never really watched more than like one Survivor season, and I'm like feeling very inadequate to jump in on this 50 season,
during
you know.
COVID, that was Josh and I's show, was Survivor. Yeah,
Yes.
because I had a COVID baby, Brody.
It's so
all we
fun.
had
Yeah.
to do was
It's so
just
fun to watch
TV.
people hurt themselves and
Survive.
Yeah, survive. Oh, I could do that.
yeah. But they had the host, Jeff.
Yeah.
He participated in one of the challenges on the episode last night.
Oh, wow.
He had to do it, and he's like pulling this bucket that has 25% of his weight, and he's like, this is so hard. And he trash talks everybody every season, and he's like, and then they're starting to trash talk him, and they're
Oh,
like,
that's
oh,
funny.
Jeff, we see it falling, and then he's like, I deserve every bit of this.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, so yeah, I guess I do watch reality TV shows. Game shows. Never mind. Just kidding. I love them.
Oh man. I think that the Mormon Wives of OC, like it's not a reflection of what it is.
Yeah.
And I really like the point that you brought up, Courtney, because it just shows that like that's inspired to say, here, we're going to walk away from this and not associate ourselves with this title anymore and have all of this stuff come into the media and stuff because
Yeah.
profits see around corners.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So that's
Super
very cool. Okay. So our icebreaker question for today is, what's one thing you wish you could permanently remove from your daily to-do list? And I'll start. It's homeschool.
I read that on my paper because I printed out your notes and I was like, did I write that? I'm like, dang.
No.
Like, I only got one kid in homeschool. I started like 2 months ago. I'm horrible.
No, I was like, I know that I should find more joy in it, but I'm done. I'm over it. I told my kids
Almost ma-
all I want for Mother's Day is for them to finish their work. I know it's not permanent, but it feels like it should be. And I feel like most of the teachers that listen to this know exactly how I feel right now. They're just done with
Oh,
school.
yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, I'm just finished. And I was even talking to my oldest son, and he's like, you don't do a lot for me in my school. Like, why does this worry you so much? And I'm like, it's just something else on my brain.
Right?
Like,
He doesn't even know what all you do. Shoot.
so that's what I would get rid of.
Mine is taking my kids potty. So I have never had such young children that were potty trained before. And Jared and I went away for the weekend, and it was beautiful. And we came back, and that is the first thing I noticed, that I call myself the pee queen. I'm just the pee queen. I take everyone potty. And when you have twins that are 3 and they're constantly going, we're both like, he was complaining about taking them potty so much the other day. And I was like, that's my life. That's every single day. They're like, I gotta go potty. I gotta go potty. But they can do it themselves, but they need help. They said they need help.
Yeah.
So they say, please just help me. I'm like, no, you can pull up your own pants. I know
Yes.
you can. I saw you do it.
Yes.
Like, I'm so tired.
There's
I'm
candy on the counter.
And their bladders are so little.
And then Dahlia flooded the bathroom yesterday, and
Oh,
she's
no.
like, "Give me a towel." I was like, "We need a towel," and I grabbed like 6 towels. By the time she comes back with a tiny rag from the kitchen drawer, towels. Like, you suck. Mom, here's the towel. Here, Mom. I'm like, oh my gosh. And there was like water on the bathroom floor.
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, please. Like, why?
Okay, so mine's not like an everyday thing, I guess, but laundry. I hate laundry. I hate sorting the laundry. I hate having to transfer it over. I hate having to fold it and put it away. I just hate laundry. I would rather do dishes than laundry.
Why is taking the laundry out the worst thing in the whole world? Like, taking it out, you got to pull it. And why haven't we figured
Right?
out a better way
Yeah.
to get laundry from the washer to the dryer? Why do
Does
we still
anyone
have to
have
change
a
it?
really good way to make sure your clothes don't smell because you leave them in the wash too long?
No.
Right? Yeah. Anybody, just please comment. We'll give you a book just because. Because we all have stinky, sour clothes.
I don't want to be the sour kid.
And then you have to rewash it. And
Yes.
then you forget about it. So then you have
Again?
To rewash it again.
Yes.
Shoot, you know we smell it. We're like, no, it's fine.
I
No, I don't smell nothing. Allergy
God.
season. No, I don't smell anything.
Southern and the South. We sour.
Oh, no.
No, not even.
The sour Southern sisters.
I do rewash it, okay? Until I don't forget about
Let
it.
it be known, Evie does rewash. She doesn't just sniff and move.
Exactly.
Sniff and move on. Okay. Oh, speaking of, let's get into our topic today. We're talking about simplifying. Okay, sir. The thing that I am thinking about is, why do we always put so much pressure on ourselves to do everything instead of just simplifying? Just keeping it simple. I feel like I just walk around all day picking up all the burdens of everyone around me.
Yeah.
Why? Why do I do it? Why is it my job?
Yeah.
My husband does not feel the same job.
No, he doesn't have the same pressure as me.
No.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So why?
Okay, so I actually know exactly what I was going to talk about with this because it's something I've been working really, really hard on. Okay, so I have a life coach, and she sent me this thing about what is in my control and what is not in my control. And she said, you are trying to tend to someone else's garden. You are not staying in your garden.
Yeah.
You are
100%.
trying to make other people's flowers grow, and you need to stay in your garden.
I'm a garden hopper.
I love all the gardens, every single one of them. I just want to do flowers and vegetables and all the things.
All the time.
Okay, so there's circles. The inside circle is what is in my control, and the outside circle is what is out of my control. Would you guys like to hear?
Yes,
please.
So, in my control is how I treat others, my actions, gratitude, my words, walking by faith, my attitude, my thoughts, how I take care of myself, how I spend my time, how I respond, and being present. That's in my control. Out of my control is people's perception of me, changing people, other people's words, the past, how other people feel, outcomes, other people's choices, what tomorrow will bring, the weather, the opinions of others, and God's timings.
Those are all really deep. I, for the
right?
second, was like, thought you were going to list like actual garden types.
Yeah.
Or like
Totally
simple
opposite,
things.
totally different.
Okay, this is very deep. Okay.
Yeah. So
very
as I thought about that, there's like 4 or 5 different ways they say out of your control is what other people do or say. And I'm like, I am worried so much about how other people see me sometimes that it just weighs on me. It just weighs on me. It just sucks me dry. Like, I'm just like, that is not in my control at all. I can't determine what other people are going to think of me, how they're going to feel about me.
Yeah.
All I can do is what I can do. What's in my control is my actions, having gratitude, what I think about me, what I think God thinks about me, and how I live my life. Like, that is in my control. And so as you think about like having the pressure to have everything on you, part of that is trying to weed through what is in your control and what's out of your control. So to do that, like you have to do the mental work of thinking about your life. So just like in business, if you ever run a business, you have to run, you have to run your business and not be run by your business. Okay. So just like that with your life, you need to run your life and not be run by your life. And so as I thought about this topic, I was like, okay, how many times do we have a rhythm that is talking about thinking through what our day looks like, what things we have going on, how we can simplify those things, which things are out of our control, which ones are not.
And I think that kind of goes into the season we're about to go into with it being summer. It's like, how do we take this?
Yeah, you need to know that, and you need to run through it in your head a lot. Okay,
Yes. How do
you can
we
run your business, but not be run by your business?
Well, you can run your family and not be run by your family.
Yeah,
Yes.
all of the things.
That was my thought when you said that. I was like,
run your family.
holy.
How do I run my family instead of being run by my family?
Which then makes you
yes.
run from your family. This is a full
and
circle.
then you run to your other family, like your sister, not your chick on the side. Okay,
That's so crazy. Like
like
what?
your mom and your dad.
Yes.
You run to them.
You run away from all the people that help put all these burdens on you that you just carry because you just do.
They didn't do it. They didn't do it. They're just there. We're doing it to ourselves.
Ugh.
It's not them. They're just themselves. And we just have to be ourselves and not try to take on everybody's stuff. Simplifying isn't making things easier. It's removing what God didn't ask you to carry. So are you going to let yourself be run by your life, or are you going to run your life? Are you going to let yourself be run by your family so that you run away from your family? Or are you going to let yourself run your family?
Yeah. That's crazy. That's awesome. That is brilliant. Okay, so what are some reasons that we feel overwhelmed by the things that we carry?
Because we're worrying about things that are not in our control. That's something I'm really, really working on, because I cannot change people.
No.
I cannot manipulate people. I cannot make people do what I want them to do. Everybody has agency and everybody has free will, and I have to respect that. And if they're not willing to do what I want them to do, then I need to adjust what I'm doing that's in my control. And I need to find a way to be okay with it.
I feel like you're preaching to me right now, because I have one of my kids that is studying for the ACT and like trying to, and it's funny because for their future, I have goals for them that they don't have for themselves. And so I feel like a failure because the expectations aren't being met. And I have no control over what this is even going to look like.
Right.
And so it's so hard to just let it go and just be like, okay, like as a parent, I feel like, and this, I was trying to explain it to my husband, and I was like, I feel like that it's our job to just make sure that they have doors open. Because that's the view that I see. I'm like, I just want you to have the opportunity. And in truth, it's not that it's making me upset, but it's just a heavy burden to carry.
Yeah.
And I just need to let it go.
Yeah.
Because they're not losing sleep over it.
Yeah.
Like they're not. And who knows what this child will grow into adulthood and actually become.
Right.
But it's just frustrating. So I feel like you were preaching to me right there.
Can you imagine if our parents had been like, you have to go to college. You can't do anything until you've done with college. You've got to graduate. You've got to, you can't get married until you've gone to college. Like, you've got to go through 4 years of college, graduate, and then if you don't do that, we're not going to support you. Like, I know families like that. I know families that can you imagine if our family was like that?
Oh no,
None of us went to
free
college.
birds.
All of us are very successful people, and we're very happy, and like we're very like all of us are just we have our priorities in the right place with our families. So it's just like not everybody is the same. Everybody's going to have a different path. If one of your kids decides that they want to go to college and they're going to work on that opportunity, you've taught your kids to be led by the Spirit. You've taught your kids to be led by God and to turn to him for what he wants their lives to be, not what you want their lives to be.
Right. Well, and I think
that's
especially this time of year, I feel sensitive to it because there are some kids that are graduating high school that don't have a plan yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm like, I feel like I'm really sensitive to just not being like, oh, where are you going to college? Because they just might not.
Yeah.
And be open to their future looking like whatever it is meant to look like. Guys, that's a little terrifying.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. Because you have pictures of it when they're babies. I hope you go to the college I went to.
Right.
I hope you get to live this life and have these experiences that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
What if they don't? It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
If you've pictured it, envisioned it, and tried to make their lives a certain way.
I feel like there's a lot of parents that have they see their kids' full potential. And I feel like not just with school, but maybe activities, they might be really good at a sport or they might be really good at an instrument, but maybe the kid might not enjoy it and might not want to do that. And I know so many parents that just feel this huge
pressure.
Yes, pressure, a little bit disappointed when their kid doesn't go down the path that maybe they wanted them to go down. And
I think there's a difference between pushing them to get through hard things as a parent and pushing them and forcing them to do something that they are just not happy doing.
yeah.
So we've told our kids, if you commit to something, you're supposed to see it through. If you decide, okay, I want to play baseball, you are in our family, you are committed to that until baseball season is over.
Yeah.
So whatever you got to do to get through it if you hate it, but you've committed to this team and you're part of a team, and that is, you will get through it. And over 6 months, they know if they like it or not. We've done, whether you're happy or sad about it, when you go to each game, we're going to see it through. We're not quitters, you know. But if you decide you don't want to do it and you want to try something different, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're open to that. We want you to try everything you could possibly try so that you can know what you like and what you don't like. That's that's why you're a kid.
Yeah. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were talking about different activities that we've put our kids in, what they're currently doing. And she was telling me how one of her kids is so talented at this and this and this. And then but she just doesn't want to do it. Her kid's just no, I don't want to. And she would pitch a fit every time her parents would try to make her do it. And finally, my friend realized, why am I making her do this? She doesn't like it. Why am I putting this pressure on myself to make her do something? And I think it's because we see other parents oh, they have to get into dance or whatever, but by the time they're 5 or they're going to be behind, or piano
Same thing with
lessons.
soccer.
Yes. Yeah. And she was telling me how her daughter, to her, is a perfect example of a 90s child, because all she wants to do is just play outside and play with her friends and just dress up and color. And I think that's amazing too,
That's it.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm experiencing kids being different and good at different things. I've got some very intellectual kids, and then now I'm getting into kids that are doing more athletic things.
Yeah.
And so it's there is this natural willingness that kids have. If they are meant to do something, they want to do it, and they're good at it, and they keep doing it, and it's not this forced thing.
Yeah.
If it feels like this forced thing over and over and over again, it's a cause of contention in your home. It's not right. And so with one of our kids, they just got one of our kids had gotten picked out of their beginner class and said, hey, can they join this preteen class so that they can go twice a week instead of the once a week? And we were like, I don't know. And we're like, we have to talk about this. And can we try it? I was so scared because I don't want my life to be ruled by my kids' extracurriculars.
Right.
I don't want that to be all we do. And there's
just be in the car.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so hard. So, I just don't see our family being happy in that way. So we are gelling as a family, just being. I know
it's a sacrifice.
You've said this so many times, Megan. But I was like, is this how it all starts? Is this the way it starts? When you have a kid that is just naturally gifted at something, and other people see it, and they just start wanting
Giving them opportunities.
Yes. And you're like, okay, well, we talk to her about it. We talk to each other about it. We talk to the family about it, and so it's like this decision that we all made to just try this out and see how it goes. And, it's scary. It's really scary though. It feels like the opposite of simplifying.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I mean, if she loves it and she is good at it and she just wants to do it, that as long as that's the case, we're going to support her, So.
Well, and I think that you kind of have to see what is the price that you're going to pay. And not talk about the cost of the activity, whatever that is. It's like, what does it take away from the family?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if Lindsay were here, she'd be like, the Blaine family team.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Rest her soul.
Yes.
R.I.P. Lindsay.
Yeah. So, what are some signs that life has become too complicated? So, Courtney, with your going down this road, what are some things you're going to look for to see if life is too complicated?
It's crazy because Atticus wanted to do theater. He didn't actually want to do it. He got kind of coerced into it by one of the teachers that said he'd be really good at it. And so he was just like, okay, I'll do it. And so he got this part playing Romeo in this school play that he's in. So we've literally got okay, Tuesday and Thursday, we got to pick up Atticus at 4:15, take Brooklyn to gymnastics at 4:30. We got to, then I got to go. And now her practice is an hour and a half instead of an hour. So I got to go pick her up and, and it's just this dance on these days. And that's why summer, I feel like, is so sacred because there is this break that you get in summer. And I tell you this, if you do not think about what you're going to do this summer and you just let it happen, it's going to run your life. It might ruin your life. It'll run you, though.
I think that's why so many people feel so much dread for summer.
Yeah.
There's some moms that just feel dread for summer. And I think it's
no routines
because they just let their family run them instead of just running the family.
Oh.
Yeah. What does your no routine summer look like? Let's have a loose plan. Let's have a loose routine. Let's figure out what's important about summer. My favorite summer thing, this was from Mandy. She's been on our podcast before, is creating instead of a summer to-do list, a summer did list. So these are the things that we did this summer, and these are the things that made it to our board. That we draw a picture of it, and this is what we did, and this, so we can look back on summer. We see all the fun things that we did, even if it was just we read books together, or we played in the creek, or just little micro moments is what I heard today. Is just having those micro moments from our podcast last week.
Yeah, it matters. I think that's a really big deal. What do you think?
Too complicated? How do you feel like things come too complicated? What's a sign?
I think less patience
Irritability
with everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe fighting more with my husband, because I don't have any patience.
Stress.
Yeah, stress. I feel tired all day. I got no rest.
So I guess the question we have to ask ourselves, because this episode has morphed into not what I thought it would look like at all.
I was like, wait. When we started talking about college, I was like, wait a minute. Where is this going?
Yeah.
Where is this going? I'm
why?
confused right now.
Okay, so this episode is now going to be called...
No, I think it's great.
I think it's going to be called How You Run Your Family, Not Have Your Family Run You.
Yes, I love that so
Yes,
much.
so this is what it needs to be. This is simplifying. So how does that look? How does that look to run your family instead of letting them run you? Well, I think it goes back to what we talked about at the very beginning, the 90s summer. Be okay being bored.
Yes. Amen.
Be okay being bored. I think that if you can have something that is a routine as far as with your chores, with different things that you're working on, if you have everyone have a job, then the jobs get done. And you're not having to be do this. Why doesn't anyone do this? Because no one's going to do it on their own.
Yeah.
My goal this summer is to prove that we can all get along at home together and have a sacred, peaceful home. And I think if that is everybody's desire and everybody's focus on how can I make a difference in having a more peaceful home, seriously, I'm making this book. It's called Operation Sacred Home. and has a picture of the temple on it. And then it's got everybody's jobs inside. It has what their routine looks like, what their things to check off if they want. It has some kind of system to fall back on. Is it going to be perfect? Are we going to do it every day? No. But when I'm tired, I want to have a list of consequences for the kids if they're fighting to do a chore. I want to have a list of those chores. I don't want to think about it on the spot. Or I'm
that's a good idea.
Taking your screen.
Yes.
I don't want it to all be about screen time.
Yeah.
That doesn't. That is like taking away screens is like teaching them that screens are great and they're a privilege and a blessing and they're the center of your lives and that's what should be important to you.
It's your joy and I'm taking it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, okay, let's just do things that are helpful, but maybe a little bit harder, instead of just, and I cannot do that on the spot. I physically and mentally am too tired and too busy to just do that on the spot. So the small shift that I've tried to do recently is to just have my minimum maintenance is, have I had time with God today? And have I sat down and have I thought about where I'm at with God and He is going to direct me and guide me? I'm trying to have my whole day be like a constant prayer. That's what I'm really, really working on right now. And as I'm doing that, I'm not perfect at it every single day. But if I have something to fall back on, I'm okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? If I have something in place, if we have a chore chart on the days that I'm tired and not on top of everything, I can just say, go look at your list.
Oh, yeah.
Mom, what can I do? Go look at the list. Mom, we're fighting or they're fighting and there's contention. Okay, you guys both have to go do one of the chores from the chart.
Yes.
That's all. Done.
Yes. I love the concept of running your family, not letting them run you. Because, so my kids are younger. And so sometimes I have not been doing a good job at being like, oh, wait, you're 8 years old. Why am I still doing this for you? Or you're 8 years old. Why am I still, why am I unloading the dishwasher? So I'm trying to do better
Especially
at
when
that.
you have the oldest, that's coming into being able to do stuff and you're not used to it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And so like the other day, it's like, hey, Mom, can you get me some water? Hey, Mom, can you get me this? Hey, Mom, that. And I'm just like, wait, why am I getting you water? And then
You're like, wait, I'm not your slave.
today I had an experience where, I'm trying to get ready to come here. I had the 2 kids at home and I turned the oven on, preheat it because I was going to make a pizza for lunch. And then Brody, he was getting very impatient and he was like, Mom, you still haven't gotten my lunch. And I was like, I wiped your butt. I wiped your sister's butt. I wiped your nose today. I'm trying to get ready for a podcast. I made you breakfast. I washed all the fruit so that it would just be ready for you to eat. And you're yelling at me because your lunch isn't ready? Like, make it yourself.
Did you say that?
Yes.
And what did he do?
He was like, okay.
Brody.
I on the regular will say no when somebody's like, can you get me some water? No.
Yes.
Or if I'm sitting down to eat finally and everyone else is eating,
Right?
hey, Mom, can you get me a fork?
Yes.
No, I can't.
Yes.
I
And
can't.
so I'm just like, I am realizing like, no, I'm not going to do everything, especially when you can do it. And I definitely am going to do a chore chart this summer because I hate the first thing that my kids ask in the morning in the summer is, what can we do today?
It makes you think about what they're capable of.
Yeah.
It makes you sit down and think, okay,
Yes.
what can this kid do? What are they capable of?
Yes.
So that it's not a weird thing to ask them to do something that's totally out of, there's so many
And then it
Pinterest
takes
things,
so much pressure off of me.
age-based, chat,
Yes.
GBT, whatever. What are some good chores for this age? What are
Yes.
some good chores for this age? What can I start them to do to be independent? So many things out there like that.
We started making Jade unload the dishwasher. It's
awesome.
It has been amazing.
Yeah.
They can match.
And I have had to let go of like, maybe it's not put away how I would put it away.
My silverware drawer is a freak show
Yes.
because
Or
of how they do things.
Yes. Or I'm like, where's the peeler? And I'm looking through, they put it in this drawer. It doesn't go in there. But you know what? It's okay.
Yep,
They-
you have to
job.
let it. Evie, this is really big.
turned a
It's
mom
really
corner.
big. Josh has had to hold me back a couple times so I'm not trying to
Redo it.
redo
Yes,
it.
you can't redo it because then it defeats the purpose of
Yes.
having it done.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
But that's definitely one way that I'm trying to simplify my life is by taking the pressure off of myself to do everything and looking at what my kids are capable of doing.
I cleaned my room last Saturday and my bathroom. And I just got rid of so many things, 3 trash bags worth of stuff. I mean, there's some people that keep things immaculate and they don't have a bunch of clutter. I'm not one of those people. I live with hoarders. And so, and I am a sentimental person. So everything has sentimental value to me. I helped a friend with her estate sale the other day. And I was like, why don't your kids want this? Why don't any of your kids want any of this? Why are you throwing this away? Like, I was like, I could never do this.
Yes.
I would have everything in my house if I was your kid. But anyways, it just makes me feel more peace to have a clean room.
Yeah.
And I always say, my room is wherever all the crap goes. My room is where all the crap just falls and I can just put myself last and it's the last thing to get cleaned. But that's not okay. That's not okay because my peace level, whenever I walk into my room at night and I'm going to bed to rest and I have a clean room because it has been taken care of,
It's tangible.
it is so tangible. Yes, I can feel it. And I didn't realize it until I didn't have the crap all over, you know?
Okay, I
The
need to do
piles
that.
of laundry and the piles of, because I deserve to have a clean space that I can sleep and rest and be with my husband and watching TV.
Yes.
Right? I think this is so good. I love this quote by Jim Rohn that says, your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. So maybe you listen to this episode and you're like, what's one thing that I can do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go home and put my bedroom in order. My closet is like my favorite place ever since my friend Sherilyn helped me come and get rid of 12 bags of garbage 6 weeks ago. And it has stayed nice and it is lovely. I'm like, I need to do that for my personal spaces too. And with our bathroom, just make the things you can control.
Yeah.
Controllable, and maybe put in a few systems or think about a few systems that you would like to use for summer that will help you do what matters most, which is what we're going to talk about later this month. But also we put some order to spaces, like simple order, not anything too crazy. Evie, I love that you are talking about letting go of how everything has to look. Like that's a really big deal. And that's part of the great thing about 90s summer. So, our reflection question for this time is just recognize what's one small change I can make that would simplify my life. And until next time,
Keep striving and we'll see y'all soon.
now it's time for the bloopers. Good job.
I just am not okay with us not talking about how we're doing. We haven't seen each other in like months.
Like it seems like it's so long.
Yeah, I've got so many things that have gone on. That
What sucks is like when we all get together, it's like we gotta do this.
Yeah.
But we want to tell each other stuff.
You're like, we just want to sit around and talk for 2 hours.
Exactly.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
But we got to talk about this stuff. That's why we got questions. Like, bring us back. Simplifying is not just
Preach.
simplifying is not just, making things easier. It's removing what God didn't ask you to carry.
Yeah, that's gonna be real good.
Wait, let me say that to the camera because I never do in my reels.
Yes, you should.
Okay. So simplifying, is it this one or this one?